Welcome to the Creative Brew, helping you keep your creative juices brewing. We're giving out chunks of insight, motivation, and practicality for your creative journey. And welcome to a new episode of the Creative Brew, giving you insights on your creative journey. And like I said, just giving out tips, practicality, some motivation for all my entrepreneurs, all my creatives, musicians, artists, coaches, anybody that's looking to build something on this planet, and really looking to try to create something for your family, for society, for the planet. So. We're on episode 51, and this is actually a special one. I'm actually here at the Breakfast Mug here in Oceanside, California, and practicing a little social distancing. There's no one in here, but I did have the owner, Omar, get me a really tasty veggie omelet with hash browns. So if you're in the area, swing by. He's doing takeouts right now. And in the podcast, I'll actually give out some specials that he's doing. But actually, like I said, they have some great food. So if you're in the area, I'll say it again, I'm an advocate for small businesses, for my local coffee shops, my local coffee shops on the East and West Coast. So like I said, please invest in them. Like I said, small businesses are the lifeblood of any city. So, if you can, getting a takeout order from a local restaurant, buying gift cards, buying merchandise, all that stuff is in the gamut of investing. Don't feel like you're just hey, you're spending your own money, you don't know if you're going to get it back. You are investing, and you're actually investing back into the city. You're helping other people that's built their dreams up, and giving them the capacity to do what they love. So for my coffee shops, for my businesses, anybody, for all my, especially for my freelancers, if you're a local business, anybody, please support them. Please invest in them. And like I said, I'll give a shout out to a lot of people that I feel like you should be following, or feel like you should check out, support. A lot of great people doing some beautiful things right now, especially in the midst of this crisis. The biggest thing really isn't the virus per se. Like I said, the virus is bad. Don't get me wrong. There's been a lot of lives lost, but from the midst of this, I've seen a lot of businesses and a lot of entrepreneurs really change and really scale and really change the way they're doing business. And like I said, those capacities have always been there. I'll give an example. Even with a couple of the coffee shops, they've been switching to more online ordering for that. Not to say that technology has always been there, but now I think a lot of people now are starting to implement technology and starting to adapt for what is the new norm right now. And I think it's one of those where if you can't adapt to changing times, sometimes I feel like you can get left behind the wind. So, like I said, I see a lot of great paper. Thanks, Brian, for the shout out. Yep, I will be sending that price list to you here soon. Actually, I'll do that today. Great shout out to my boy Brian Mitchell. Hey, another entrepreneur from the San Diego area. We recently did a podcast together. If you get a chance to check out any kind of podcast, check out Truth Be Told. You can check that out on Anchor, check it out on Spotify. I'm just going to give a quick shout out to him. That's my buddy. Going back, and a couple of sponsors. Like I said, that's been helping the Creative Brew, actually, episode 51. And I said I see them as partners. I really don't see them as just sponsors anymore. These are people that I believe in, people that I am loyal to. And the first one is Panels Comics and Coffee Bar here in Oceanside, California. They're right off of Mission Avenue. If you're in the area that's near the beach, like I said, the comics and coffee, they had me hooked. Right now, they're offering takeout services right now. So if anyone's wanting to get that cup of coffee and you're on that side, go by, check it out, and you can pick up a coffee. I think for my comic book subscribers, they are shipping out comic books, I believe. I'll have to check that out. But if you get a chance to follow them on Panels at Panels Coffee, or you go to their website at panelscoffee.com. And like I said, a lot of times I do a lot of coffee cup artwork, and it's usually on display over there. So they've been a great partner for the Cradle Brew for a few years now, and we really become great friends. And so like I said, just want to keep supporting them and other coffee shops. I'll get some shout outs to them later on. But right now, with the Breakfast Mug, Breakfast Mug is a restaurant here in Oceanside, California, and it's actually right beside my gym that I help coach at. So it's one of those where sometimes I'll get a little personal workout in, and right after I'd come over here to the Breakfast Mug and grab some breakfast. So I really come to know Omar and the place and the establishment, and really, like I say, really want to help promote him. And promote his restaurant, and like I said, any businesses, any small businesses that's looking right now, they're adapting right now to the changing times. So if you're in the area, come by, get some takeout, or over the weekend, you can grab some takeout orders. Right now, they're doing a buy one entree, get the second one free. I mean, I'm sorry, I messed that one up. Buy one entree and get the second entree half off. So I don't want to screw that up. And then another entree is they have buy two entrees and get one drink at a regular price, and then get the third entree for free. So you can't beat that deal. Like I said, perfect takeout for, take it out, go back home, watch your Netflix, watch your movies. But the Breakfast Mug, you can check them out on Instagram or on Facebook, or you can go to the website at thebreakfastmug.com. Another sponsor is Astropad, and this is for my creators. I'm an iPad Pro user. I do a lot of digital artwork with my iPad. If you've got to check out a few of my posts that I put out, I did all that digitally right from my iPad. I've got a cover, and I'll show the full video. Actually, the full video won't be released until next week, but I did a cover for Win Magazine. And recorded the full video from beginning to ending in Photoshop, and I used Astropad for a lot of my detail work on that cover. So you'll see the full video on Patreon.com. If you want to become a patron for the Creative Brew, for all the things that I'm creating, hey, as low as $5 a month, you can get access to all the little things that I'm creating. You can get my design templates, and I've got all kinds of little bonus goodies that I'm putting up on there. So I've got different tiers. If you're interested in that, go by, check it out. It's at patreon.com/Quantel Langford, and I'll put that in the link. I'll put that in the link in the show notes when this episode releases, and I'll put this in the messages as well. So if anyone's interested in, supporting the podcast as I, start to travel. I've had a lot of requests for people wanting to have the podcast at their location. So if you're interested in seeing what new establishment I'm recording at, hey, support me on Patreon. Oh, also too with Astropad, I give a quick note. Astropad, it actually turns my my iPad into a graphics tablet. So that, like I said, if I'm going remote, if I'm specifically for people that's working from home, if you're a creator, if you're a graphic designer, a digital illustrator, Astropad is the way to go. I live and die by that app, and it can sync right into my computer or to my laptop, and I can work right from my iPad. So I can work in Photoshop, InDesign, all the Adobe products right from my graphics tablet. So it's a great tool. You can go to Astropad. Astropad.com to check out more information on that. So, and also too, one more quick sponsor before I get into the subject of the podcast is Helium Radio, and Helium Radio is the online radio station that I'm partnered up with. So you'll hear this episode on Helium Radio. It's an online station based out of St. Petersburg, Florida. So for all my Florida natives, I am on Helium Radio, and so you'll hear this. Actually, this coming up Tuesday, we'll release the radio portion of it. So you can check that out at heliumradio.com, and you'll click on the Life Improvement Radio, and then I'll be on at 11 o'clock a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time. on Tuesdays, every Tuesday. So if I don't put out a new episode, it'll be a rerun, but I'm doing my best to stay consistent. Going into the topic of the podcast is, and something that I've really been thinking about is really feeling like, if you're wanting more out of life, then you're going to have to learn how to give. And what I mean by that is you don't necessarily have to give your money. Sometimes you don't have it. That's not the thing. What I'm going at is, if you're someone that's they're wanting they're wanting more contacts, or they're wanting to build their brand, or they're wanting to get more customers, then how much value are you giving on this planet to be able to reciprocate what you're wanting? And a lot of times when you give that value, a lot of times you get double in what in what you give. And so I think it's one of those where I think we have to get in that mindset of feeling like, and especially now, we got a lot of people that's in the mindset of feeling like, okay, there's a huge epidemic that's going on right now, and it's very easy, it's very comfortable to just contract and sort of feel like, okay, we have to hoard, and a lot of people, we really have to get out of the mindset of that. Instead of feeling like we need to contract, especially from our entrepreneurs, especially from our people that's got businesses, it is very easy to contract down, and I understand you have to do what you got to do. I mean, for any business owner, like I said, I've been in business for years now. I completely understand it. But at the same time, too, we have to be in the mindset of, we have to do almost the reverse. We have to start expanding more. And with that, and what I mean by that is, say for instance, okay, you're trying to build your brand, and instead of feeling like, okay, I need to just sort of bunker down, and I not to say I want you to do what you need to do to create those foundations right now, especially right now. But at the same time too, if this is a great opportunity, I feel like, to expand more. So if you want to create more content, if you want to create more partnerships, figure out ways. How can you figure out? And this could be a class or a homework for everyone. Figure out 10 ways and how you could expand more. And what I mean by that is figure out 10 ways on how, like I said, if you've got certain skills, if you've got certain talents, gifts, figure out 10 ways you can give that value to a specific audience, to the people that you're connected with. And I guarantee you, instead of feeling like I don't know what to do, or you're feeling like you're in victim mode, you'll figure out real quick, well, I've got 10 great ideas. How can I implement these? So we have to get in the mindset right now of figuring out, how can we expand? How can we reach out to more people right now? How can we help more people? Because I guarantee you, once we get out of this, there's going to be new services, there's going to be new products, there's going to be new relationships, there's going to be new partnerships that's going to arise out of this chaos right now. So don't feel like you have to sort of just get into scarcity mode. You have to hoard. You don't have to do that right now. Like I said, and at the same time too, prepare yourself. Do what you need to do for your family. But at the same time too, we have to start developing the mindset of figuring out, how can I help more people right now? How can I create more value? How can I give so much energy out to where it's not even going to be an issue in times like this? Things are going to start coming to you. New opportunities are going to start coming to you. But you have to be in the mindset of being in that mode. And like I said, it's very easy to look at your bank account and be like, oh, well, I don't, I can't give, or I can't do certain things. It's not about that. You don't have to give out money. Figure out ways to help others get what they need right now. You can be like that. You can be a connector. You don't necessarily have to give out money, but you can be a connector. You can get someone access to someone that you may already know. So give your resources, give your time, give your gifts. If there's something that, especially with mental health, there's a lot of things that's prevalent right now, even as with mental health, with stress. All these things are magnifying because of this issue right now. So if you have the gifts and talents to motivate someone, to inspire someone, to maybe give someone some a peace of mind, then you should do that. You have the capacity to do that. You have the gifts to do that. So going back, giving another quick shout out to the Breakfast Mug. If you hadn't been tuned in, we're at the Breakfast Mug here in Oceanside, California, and very appreciative to have Omar be able to have me do this podcast in here. And this is the result of creating a partnership. It's just what happens is you reach out to somebody, or you share information. You invest in that in that restaurant or in that business. Buy a product from them. Buy some kind of service from somebody. Create those relationships. That's the if you're trying to build your brand, that is the name of the game. It's not about just taking. That's not it. It's how can you create so much loyalty, or so much trust with your brand, your personal brand, who you are as a person, as a business. Once you figure that out and you put forth that energy and you create that trust and loyalty, it's not going to matter. People are still going to come to you because they know what to expect from you. They know the service that you provide. They know that you're here to help people. You're not here to take. And I know everybody. I know everybody knows a taker. Everybody knows that everybody has those specific people, or those people in their circles that they're a taker. And it's one of those where you want to do your best to sort of block your energy off from people like that, and be around people that's going to support you. Be around people that is going to share what you're doing. That's going to support you, even if a quick thing is when you find those people that's going to support you, even when you're in the same predicament, or maybe you're in the same industry or same service, and they still share your content, they still support you, that is a person to have for life. And and everybody's got those people. Those are the people you need to hang around with, or find those people. So, so going back, like I said, if you've been tuned in, if you want more in life, you have to learn to give. There's a lot of people that I know personally. There's a lot of coaches that's been a part of my life. A lot of coaches that I know that you can't even put a price tag on how much value that they've given to kids, to the people that they train over the course of years, decades. You can't even put a price tag on it. And I think a lot of that stuff it comes back to the people that give. It doesn't come back to the takers. And like I said, people can get those takers. You can get that first transaction, or you can get a bunch of transactions. That's great. But when push comes to shove, and there's situations that arise, it's got to come down to who's built that trust, who's built that loyalty over the course of months, years, decades. Those are the ones who make it out of things like this, because they gave so much value. So when projects come up, or when things come up, they know who to reach out to. So figure that out. Figure out who's the taker in your life. Figure out who are the people that that will ride or die with you. Who are those people? You got those group of people. Who are those people that are loyal with you till the day you die? And you know who they are. Write an inventory list of it and figure out how much value are you investing in those people that matter. So, and I think once you figure that out, especially when we come out of this, who to really who to invest in. Invest in those people that invested in you when you were down, when you were at your lowest point. Those people that helped support you, even when you felt like you were about to quit, or felt like you don't know what to do. Those people are the ones that you need to invest in when you get back, to a regular, life, or a regular, state of being right now. Right now, it's sort of hard for a lot of people. There's a lot of people that's unemployed right now. So it's one of those where how can you support those people? How can you give value to them in a manner to where you don't necessarily have to give them money per se, but you can give them the resources or the context to get them to the next level of their life, to get back to some kind of normalcy. Those are the things that I feel like if you're in the entrepreneurial space, if you're looking to build your own brand, if you're looking to build a creative career, if you're a coach, if you're a trainer, if you're in the service-based industry, figure out ways to give an immense amount of value. And this is something that I've learned from various people, in various books, is figure out how much value are you really giving to the marketplace. And it's really gonna, once you figure that out, it's really going to reflect how much is coming back to you. So like I said, if you feel like, you're not giving enough, give out a little bit more. If you feel like you deserve to get more, well, how much value are you giving out? Are you writing more blog content? Are you doing a video? Are you giving out something for free? Are you, if you have a newsletter, how many subscribers do you have? Are you pushing out content that way? So anything like that, a lot of people are converting to Zoom video right now, or they're implementing technology for their business and brand. How much are you using Zoom video? Are you creating a virtual community to where you can still add that value, even though you can't see right now? We can't see each other face to face, obviously, with social distancing. But there's still ways to connect with people on an emotional level, even with the content that you put out. Are you doing podcasts? Try out a podcast. Not to say it may not be your thing, but I ask you right now, in situations like this, we have to expand more. We have to, especially if you've got a business, or you just started a business, or there's a lot of people that started little side gigs because of this situation right now. Now, you actually had the opportunity to do that in the past, but outside force, conditions force you to expand. So we see a lot of people starting their own side gig business, and that's great. That's one of those where I promote that all the time. If that's in your DNA, if you're someone that loves to build ideals and love to figure out they want to create new businesses or anything like that, then that's something I would definitely urge for you to do. Right now, create that new side hustle. Even if it's creating a new blog or doing a new video series. This podcast, I'll throw out some ideas. People are in quarantine. Why don't you do some kind of quarantine, make some kind of quarantine movie and put it up on YouTube, some kind of quarantine web series. It could be some kind of comedy or something like that, with your experiences in quarantine with your family. That would be entertainment. So it's one of those where, and you don't know where that could go. So right now, even though we're in a tough situation right now is when this pressure is on us, this is when diamonds are revealed. This is where, it really, forces us to sort of look in the mirror and be like, okay, what are businesses, what are ideals, what are things that I've had on the back burner or been thinking about that I had a chance to implement when the times were good. Now is the time to do that. And I think everybody has those ideals, everybody has those things that they've sort of been thinking about in their head, feeling like, should I do that? Should I not do that? Now's the time to do it. It's an awesome time to do it, if you see it as that. We can see there's a lot of people that can be in a fear mentality and feel like, well, I don't know what to do right now. I'm going crazy. I'm in quarantine. I don't know what to do. When you switch your perspective, there's all kinds of opportunities that's available right now. What you have to do is switch your mindset to feeling like, how much value right now with the skills that I have, or maybe even right now learning a new skill. There's a lot of online services right now that's available that's for free. Learn a new skill. Figure out ways to give more value to your audience. And this is how you thrive in situations like this. So even like this, creating a Facebook Live video, and using this as a component to my to an episode for the podcast, and releasing out little micro content through Instagram, through LinkedIn. This is how you build your brand. So I mean, not necessarily. I don't know what the effects, the results are going to be from this episode, but this is stuff that I can post out forever, and this is the content that helps build my brand, and at the same time too give an immense amount of value for my audience, for my Creative Brew audience, for the people that's listening right now. So once again, I'm gonna give out some quick shout outs. My boy Brian Mitchell, Truth Be Told podcast. Please check it out. It is on Spotify, on Anchor. The Breakfast Mug. They've been a great friend for me. Omar is the staff owner here. Got a nice little veggie omelet here. Please check them out. They're giving out specials right now for takeout for all my coffee shops. Panel's Coffee here in Oceanside, Steady State, Baba Coffee in Carlsbad. Steady State is in Carlsbad too as well. For Camp Coffee, that's in Oceanside. Peer Review Coffee. These are all the coffee shops that I'm normally circulating around. That's my West Coast coffee shops. For my East Coast, I've got the Mill Coffee. I've got Akoi Coffee Company. Right now, I believe both of them are doing takeout right now for coffee. So please, hey, look, support your small businesses. There's a lot of entrepreneurs that've got certain things going on right now, and that list is too long for me to even list. But I will give out some things in the show notes as far as links to other people and their brands and what they have going on right now. So like I said, if you're still listening and you're still joined to this is awesome. I appreciate it greatly. Episode 51, we're going to keep this going and just staying consistent. But I want to give out, it's probably more of a motivational rant and probably giving out some ideas too. But this is how you give value right now. This is how you provide value, even when we may not be able to see each other face to face. I can still. It might be something in this podcast that may hit you on a emotional or heart level to be like, hey, you know what? Right now, the situation right now may be tough, but there's a lot of stuff we have. We've got to be in gratitude for. If you're even breathing right now, and your lungs are at full capacity, you are rich right now. I'm just gonna quick shout out on that. If you're even breathing right now, your heart's strong, your body is strong, you're already rich. I don't care what you even have in your bank account. I don't care what things you own right now. The very fact that you are walking and you're at 100% health, you're the richest person on earth right now. So that's not even including all the people that support you, all the people that love you, all the things, all the gifts and talents that you probably have that you may implement, sometime. There's a lot of artists that I know. There's a lot of entrepreneurs that I know. A lot of, for all my wrestlers. There's a lot of wrestlers that's I've seen blossom into coaches, into great coaches, into businessmen and leaders in their community. I'm like I said, I'm in gratitude because I had the opportunity to meet them, to be able to give them some kind of impact. And something that I can, give to them that they were able to use and like I said, and develop great lives. They've become great men in their communities. So very super proud of all the people that I've ever touched as a coach. But yeah, there's like I said, a lot of stuff to be in gratitude for. And with that, we have the capacity to give. So if you're, like I said, if you're up, you're 100% healthy. First of all, you're rich. Second of all, if you have the capacity, if you have a job right now, and you're, I know they got the essential and non-essential, but if you're at the capacity to where, even with me, I work from home. I have a home-based studio. Like I said, I'm very fortunate. Not to say, there's certain projects that's delayed right now, but like I said, I'm glad. I'm fortunate. I'm blessed to be able to still be able to connect with people, still be able to run this podcast, and be able to, create content that people love and things that help provide different sources of revenue for me, and that's something I want to share with others, and I feel like that's something that a lot of people need right now is not necessarily I'm not going to give out specific strategies and things like that. I don't do that. What I want to do is just nurture the ideal that you probably have a lot of gifts and talents that you're not sharing right now. That right now, in the midst of this crisis, could be the greatest thing in society right now, greatest thing on this planet. And everybody has one. Everybody has those little gifts that you're not sharing that could affect one person on this planet. And that's something that I don't want to preach it, or anything like that. But I want you to know that you've got those gifts and talents. You already have right now, whatever problems that you have right now, you already have the answer for it, or the answer is already done. So, and I want you to start thinking about that in that almost in that mindset of feeling like whatever problems are hitting you right now, the answer is already done for it. What you have to do is create the awareness and switch your perception to okay, how can I create a solution, or how can I get in alignment with the solution to whatever problem I'm facing? And that's what we have to get in the mindset of doing, instead of feeling like, why me, or, being in victim mode or things like that. No, this is a great opportunity to start that new side gig, a new opportunity to create something new, a new opportunity to build perhaps a new service, a new product off of your existing business right now. And I see a lot of restaurants that's doing that right now. They're doing, like I said, switching to mobile ordering. I've seen certain, I know out here in Oceanside, there's a lot of craft breweries, wineries that's actually, created their own hand sanitizer because they have the alcohol for it. So they've created their own hand sanitizer. Those things were already available. It's just that outside pressure, that certain conditions revealed these new services and products when we already had it. We already had the things necessary for it. It's just sometimes things hit us, and that pressure is going to reveal who you actually are. Are you someone that's creative enough or innovative enough to keep adapting, or are you just going to contract and go into victim mode and say, woe is me? Once again, like I said, if you're still following, please support the Creative Brew. You can go to Patreon. It's Patreon, patreon.com/Quantel Langford. You can check that out. $5 a month, and you get to support the Creative Brew. And actually, I'll give out more bonus content on there. So it'll be some things. I give out a lot of creative tips. So there's going to be some motivational rants, some resources, all kinds of things, Instagram templates, social media templates. There's going to be things on there that I won't post out anywhere else. So like I said, if you're interested in things like that, you can please check that out. I'll put that in the link in this video, in this Facebook video, and I'll put it on the podcast once it releases, and also in the show notes on the radio show. So if you're interested in supporting it, please support it. Other than that, like I said, one more quick shout out for the breakfast mug. I said they are offering takeout right now. They'll be closing up soon, but over the weekend, if you're in the Oceanside area, come by, support your small business, support this restaurant, support your other local restaurants. They're offering takeout services. If you've been tuned in, then you know the specials. If you haven't, right now you can buy one entree, get a second entree for half off, or you can buy two entrees and one drink at regular price and get the third entree free. So you can't beat that deal. And like I said, it'd be a perfect compliment to your quarantine life right now is getting some takeout from the breakfast mug. Also, too, my goal, I don't know if it's going to happen this year, but in the future, I am traveling to other coffee shops, other places. So send me a message. Which place would you want me to visit next, and have a podcast there and promote that restaurant or promote that business? What would be another place you would want me to record at? So please let me know. You can send me a message from Facebook or from Instagram, to the to the Creative Brew page. Going back, we'll end this, like I said, on a great note. But like I said, create more value. Be in the mindset of creating more value, and don't be a taker. Everybody in their circle, everybody has that taker. Everybody has that one that you give them some money, you're not getting it back. You give them, an ideal or something, or maybe perhaps you want to help them with an ideal, and it just flattens out. Keep away from the takers. You know who they are. Be around those people right now that are supporting you right now, especially in times like this where it's a little rough. You got that small group of people that's gonna, they may give you a hug, or they may give you some kind of words some kind of words of wisdom, or something that's gonna help you out. Or perhaps something that's going to help support your business. If you're a local establishment and you got your own restaurant or you got your own business and you got people still purchasing products or services from you, those are the ones, when you get out of this, those are the ones that you need to really fully invest in. Do those things, and it could be specials, it could be discounts, it could be all kinds of deals, package deals, but figure out those people that are investing in you right now, because that's going to be the core of your business whenever you get out of this. So other than that, thanks for everyone that joined. Like I said, another shout out for the breakfast mug. They've been great. And like I said, I'm fortunate to be in here by myself, social distancing, but still creating some content and promoting local business. And I want to promote any local business right now. Please support them. Please invest in them. Those businesses, I've seen a post, those businesses that you wanted to get sponsorships for, now they need your help more than ever right now. So there's a lot of people that's struggling right now. Figure out ways to give more value. Figure out ways to help more people. Even though, as I said, it may not, and I think a lot of people are offering gift cards. Buy a gift card from a business, and you don't have to use it, right then. Use it for a future date. That helps a local business. That helps someone just like you and me that's that's built something. Things happen, and right now a lot of them are hurt right now. So do what you can to support each other. It takes a village. With anything, it always takes a village. It takes a community, and this is not about you or me or competition. No, it's about helping everyone in whatever capacity that you can do it. So this has been another great episode of The Creative Brew. Be creative, stay inspired. Thanks.